is known around the world. Aity Dennis is a singer, songwriter, and pastor, along with her husband, Dr. Dennis Inyang. It seems they had it all: a successful music career, growing ministry, and a fairy tale love. But there was something missing.
I fell in love with my wife at the age of 20, asked her to marry me at the age of 22, and got wedded to her at the age of 27.
When we got married, we made up our minds that we were going to wait for like 1 year, get adjusted to ourselves, get to know each other, and then we'll start having babies after like 1 year after the marriage. That was our plan.
1 year came and went, then 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and still no baby.
At a point, I thought, am I dreaming? This is not real. What's happening? What's happening?
Even when that time passed, I was not bothered because I was still young. But later on, it started getting to me.
Aity sought medical advice, hoping that would help.
You know, I had several medical treatments. There's one they call immunotherapy. I did all that. I did IVF. And, you know, IVF is emotionally, taxing because you need to take the medication, take the injections all the time. You know, I had great hopes because the doctor told me everything about you is fine. We think that the implantation is going to be good. And I had great hopes. Oh, my God, I'm going to have a baby. Oh.
Despite the doctor's good reports and receiving the best medical treatment, Aity was still not able to conceive.
I don't know what happens in other parts of the world, but anywhere around Africa, any woman waiting for a baby is somehow not comfortable when the babies are not coming. You're not comfortable because your friends are having babies. People you pastor are having babies. You're dedicating babies all the time. So sometimes you get worried. Sometimes I'll come back from baby dedication. I'm so sad. And when I go real quiet in the car driving back to church, my husband will just take a look at me. I know that the clouds have descended, so he'll need to talk me out of it.
I felt very sad any moment I saw my wife not the way she normally is. My wife is a very exciting, very sanguine, sparky, bubbling girl. It made me feel quite bad. And maybe what she didn't know was that sometimes after putting her back together, talking to her, I also felt very bad myself. Sometimes people think that men don't feel it when they go through things like that, but they do. I was able to deal with that by getting back to God, spending some time in prayer, getting to the Word, seeking the company of good people, people that could speak positive things into my life.
For Aity, it was the gift of worship that helped her deal with the years of heartbreak and disappointment.
I still remember a song like, casting all your case on God, it makes the devil mad. Casting all your case on God, it makes the devil mad. Casting all your case on God, it makes the devil mad. Rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. When it comes on me, I'll just get to worship. And as I'm worshiping God, a song will come. And that song will bring so much peace. And I know I'm worshiping a Father who is in charge of distributing children to the world.
Through the years, Aity and Dennis continued to pray, and they received several prophetic words that they would have children. And in 2010, it seemed their prayers were answered. The doctor told Aity she was pregnant.
I came back home and I was worshiping God. I said, God, you finally did it. And then I wrote a song that day. That song is called Where Do I Begin? Where do I begin to tell the story of your grace and mercy? Where do I begin to testify that you're who you say you are?
I shared her joy. She was excited. I shared her joy. I was happy. And of course, she wrote a song and said to me she would sing it on the dedication of the baby.
Sadly, Aity lost the baby.
When she lost the pregnancy, she was totally shattered.
I said, at least there was once in my life I was told I was pregnant. And then I told my husband, I'm singing these songs everywhere, but the pregnancy is not there, so what are we going to do about the song?
she decided to add the song to her Unstoppable CD project.
My husband said, well, it means you're paying God up front. He says, you are singing the song, you're giving praise to God because of the visitation. It means you're paying God up front. So God is the one owing you now. Just wait and see what he's going to do. So I kept singing the song.